Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Veryn and we are here to wrap up my Tarot and Oracle deck collection Declutter series with part 3. Okay, so if you missed it, brain, hello. My brain never works. If you missed it, I did part 1 where I went through all the decks in my purgatory, and we did part 2 where we went through all the decks in like my desk area, and now we're doing part 3, which is going through the decks that are left. It's not as many, and it's on my like shelf behind me. So we are going to get started with those. The piles we have are decks that I'm definitely getting rid of, decks that I'm keeping, and then decks that I want to look at more deeply with when I do some more intense processing and decluttering with my channel membership, my YouTube channel members. There's the join button there. Anywho, and the context behind this is I'm in an 8 of Cups month. I'm doing a lot of decluttering and releasing and just like getting rid of old things that perhaps once brought me comfort and peace but now don't, and I realized I should look at my tarot deck collection with that same lens. Let's get into it. Plus this works as a nice way to do my tarot deck collection, and we're starting nice and easy with 5 things that aren't fucking going anywhere. So I have all of the Seasons of the Witch. I have pre-ordered the rest of them. This is the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc. I actually use these decks for daily readings in like paired with my Wildwood Tarot. So we have the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc one, which is the season we are currently in. If you like this seasonal stuff, stay tuned because I am planning, hopefully, to do a video about my Wheel of the Year practice, which is really developing lately. Here's the Yule one. It's got these backs and the beautiful green edging. So I adore these decks. I find them very potent. And even though I don't personally, I found a connection to the Wheel of the Year that's not necessarily with any, excuse me, specific spiritual stuff, and is more so with just like following the cycles of nature. I've always really resonated with certain parts of the Wheel of the Year. This is my Samhain one. There's the backs, the beautiful sides. I've always resonated, like the equinoxes and the solstices have always been important to me. And they became like next level once I learned the astrological significance. And I figured out the way that the astrology works for the whole Wheel of the Year. And so that's really opened up my practice with it, and is really allowing me to help develop it. And I love that it makes it clear my use of these decks. I really love using these. This is the Mabon one, which is actually ended up being one of my favorites. I really love this orange color, and I really love using these for daily energy pulls. I don't necessarily actually do a reading every single day. I miss some days sometimes, but I do energy obstacle advice every day is always the goal. And I really like using these because it really helps me feel connected to the world that I'm a part of. And then the last one we have is the Beltane, Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. This one's also one of my favorites. I'm very excited for for the new ones coming out. This one's got the beautiful bees and the gold. I love these decks. Like, there's not as much to say about these decks because they're so solid in my collection. Like, there's no way I was getting rid of these. Like, it's just, that was never going to be a thing that was happening. So that's my Seasons of the Witch Oracle decks. Next up, this is my El Goliath Tarot. This deck, I adore this deck, and I've never really used it. And I don't know if I can bring myself to get rid of it. Like, I feel this in my soul in a way, and I don't know why or how or... I don't know. I don't know why or how or what to like do with this. I love it though, and I feel it. I actually wonder if this might be... In my second video, I was talking about one of the decks which I used to work with one of my deities previously. And I'm actually wondering if this might be a candidate for a new deck. Because I don't know if that old one is what to use anymore. Let's see. Do you want me to use this? Do you want me to use this with you? Should I use this deck to commune with you? Star. Alright, well. Okay, so this might be a good deck to work to commune with my guide, my deity. So I'm going to put that to the side with the others to sit with and think about and go from there. Next up, I have the Power of Surrender Oracle cards. I got these, gosh, 2 years ago now. These were the cards I used in my surrender year. And I really did love this. So surrender to trust. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you've chosen the right path. This is really great. The images are kind of meh, whatever. But the messages are really great. I'm just not sure if I would actually use this anymore. I kind of want to with this one because, like, I used it and I worked with surrender as a thing, but I don't know if I'll use it, if I'll actually, like, use this deck again. But I also used this in a ritual, which was kind of fun. Okay. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. That feels like a sign to let this go, which I was thinking about doing, which I didn't think I would be thinking about doing previously. So I think I'm going to let this one go. Next up, the Shimmering Veil Tarot. This deck is so solid in my collection, but I also don't use it much. I definitely want to use it more. But this deck is so very solid. I actually kind of had a thought of bringing this to my partners and leaving it there. If you missed the memo in the last video, Cliff Notes version, my wife and I have become poly. We are very happy about it. We are still very much together. If you have any negative thoughts about people being poly, you can take your thoughts and fuck off with them, because I don't care and I don't want to hear them. Anyways, the point being that I have a partner. And I had the thought of bringing this and leaving this at their house, and I think I'm going to do that. I thought not to do it. This is my Shimmering Veil Tarot. I adore this one. I thought not to do it because I was like, what if I miss having it here? But I go and see them multiple times a week usually. So like, if I miss having it here, I can always bring it home. And if I don't use it there, again, I can always bring it home. So I think I'm going to bring this to my partner's house and leave it in my drawer that I have there. Next up, the Enchanted for Haxa Tarot. Okay, so I bought this one extremely recently. And initially I bought it, I did videos talking about whether or not I wanted this. And I still kept wanting it. The thing about this deck is this is very much the type of deck that is up my alley, that it's like I can't get enough of this kind of a deck. Like I always want more earthy decks, and this feels very earthy. It also feels very not earthy. But I don't really know how to use this. Oh, God, I love the crows. I don't know about this one. Here's the reason why I don't know about this one. I also have this one. I talked about maybe not getting the For Haxa Tarot because of the fact that I have the Tarot of the She. And because these both feel very dark fae to me. And I don't really spend a lot of time using either of them. I like to use this one with the Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle. And I did for a little bit use this one with the Starseeker Oracle to do my new moon readings. But then that's kind of a developing thing going on. I'm really not sure. So, okay. The Wisdom of the For Haxa, or the Enchanted For Haxa Tarot. This deck, I just got it. Let me try 6 of Water. Let's see. I don't even know if I really like. Growing up, one of the mermaid's fondest memories was sitting on a swing that hung just at the water's edge with their mother on the night the fairies released lanterns that floated upward and lit up the sky. I truly don't know what to do about this deck. I adore some of the images. And I hate some of the rest. I don't know. Shit. Love this image. Could this also be one for communing with my goddess? That says no. Hecate, do you want me to use this to talk to you? That says no. You know, I'm not sure about this. I think I need to sit and think about this for a bit more. I'm truly not sure what to do with this deck. So I'm going to add it to the pile with my, like, unsure ones where I'm going to think more deeply. I do have this Tarot of the She. Oh. And I love the mod job I did on this deck. I'm a little scared looking at it that it might be time to let this go. But I don't want to let it go. I adore this deck. I've used it in a few different ways. I've had this since like 2020. So I've had this for a few years. I haven't used it a ton, but I've used it in a few different ways. And I don't really necessarily, like, I don't feel like the Enchanted for Hacks of Tarot is my new Fae deck. And I feel like having a Fae deck to me is very important. Should I keep this deck? Should I get rid of it? But I don't really... I don't know how I would use it. Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. This is such a huge curveball. I adore the guidebook. I adore the poetry in the guidebook. I'm in fact planning to get a tattoo of some of the poetry from the guidebook. This is very unexpected. I am going to put this aside and add it to the pile to talk about with my members. Because, like, I don't know. And that's very weird. It never occurred to me that I might be done with this one. And I don't have, like, a Fae deck instead. The Luminous Void Tarot might almost be like an upgrade from this. So I guess I'm putting that aside. That's extremely surprising. I don't know how I like that at all. And in fact, I don't like it. Anyways, and here is, I believe, my first ever tarot deck. Like, the one that taught me stuff. Yep. This is my Revelations Tarot. And this can go. I don't need this. I do not need to keep this. It was really cool. I really loved it. I haven't used it in years, and I haven't missed it. There's moments when I look at it where I kind of like wish I missed it, but I really don't. So this can go very, very easily. I do have on the shelf my small Gentle Tarot, my Gentle Tarot in a tin, my Seed and Sickle Oracle, my Herb Crafters Tarot, which we talked about in part 2. Next up, I have the Silhouettes Tarot. This little guy. I don't actually ever use this, but it's just so damn cute and tiny. And my wife has called dibs. Should I ever decide I don't want this, I am to give it to her. A friend a client just sent this to me when they sent other decks, the Pacific Northwest Tarot. And it's adorable. It's so little. I'm not getting rid of it. It takes up like no space and it's just cute. So there's that one. And like I said, she is called dibs if I ever get rid of it. So that's staying. Next up, actually haven't shown this here because this was my wife's. I got it for her, but then she decided she didn't want it, I guess. Which I still find odd. But this is the Lucky Potion Oracle. And I couldn't actually get rid of it. So this is really cool. It's got like, you roll, you pull a potion, you roll, it gives you different things. So satisfaction, I rolled the sharing, and then it has a different message based on what you roll. It's really, really cool. And I really love it. And it's so odd that I'm not really willing to get rid of it, because it's like this, it doesn't even necessarily feel like a divination thing. It feels like a game thing. And if I do get rid of it, I have several friends who I think like this type of thing would really work for them. And I'm not convinced my wife is going to be okay with having gotten rid of it fully. Like, I think one day she'll be like, damn it. So, you know, so there's that. Okay. The Liminal Spirits Oracle, as you can see, is signed. This one I got from my friend Rana when she came to visit. I like this deck. I haven't spent a lot of time with it, but I'm going to. I want to get to know it. Sorry, I'm just like having a wave of not feeling good, and I don't know why. Especially the fact that this was theirs, and the fact that it's signed by Laura Tempest Zakroff. Also, too, I have this set. Rana did give them to my wife, but she then decided to give them to me with this absolutely stunning bag that has these beautiful wood runes in them. I don't know if the bag will keep holding the runes, because I don't know ultimately if I will keep the runes. I'd like to try learning them. I love the fact that they're beautiful wood and they make such a nice clink sound. Anyways, I didn't actually know what the art was from, so now I do. But so I also have the Liminal Spirits Oracle by Laura Tempest Zakroff. Love her work. I do. So there's that. Okay. The Cantagee Oracle. Or Cantagee. I think it's Gee. This baby. Oh, I adore this. I still really want to get to know this. I'm just kind of like unsure how. I'm having a thought. So I have the IKEA pegboard system on my desk, and I have a bunch of old cards I've kept, including this one. And I put one on a clip and I hang it on my board. But I'm thinking that would be a really great place to put the one of the week, because this has a whole thing. Because what I was thinking, I adore this deck. What I was thinking was that it would be good to I was thinking using this, so I actually might like that. So here's this, and I was thinking I might use this in conjunction with these. The Luminous Void Tarot is by the same person, or at least the art is by Laura Zuspin. So they go very well together. Except for the fact that, like, this is like earth and this is like fire. At least that's how it elementally feels for me. Oh gosh, I'm dropping everything. And then here are the roots and wings. These all go so very stunningly together. This, and like this has a whole thing where you start it with the, brain, hello? With the winter solstice, and you go through the weeks with the energy. And I loved that, and I tried that, but like my setup, there wasn't a lot of like time and space and stuff. And it's also like another thing for me to do. And so I'm not sure if maybe I should, I want to do something with this. This feels like a really, looking at all of these together, I feel like it's really great for like getting in touch with the spirits of the land, some such. So I will have to figure out what week we're on, because it starts with the equinox, I believe, the winter equinox, or the winter solstice. It's autumnal equinox and winter solstice. The tricky part I have is a lot of my stuff works really well. Like my practices just kind of run on their own schedule, and that works great. Except for the times when it lines up that a bunch of things line up all at once, and then it's overwhelming chaos. But this is, I really want to do this, I think. So let me check. This starts with winter solstice and early winter. Okay. So the winter solstice last year was December 21st. So I just need to do some quick counting. Just give me a sec. So today would actually be the day it starts and switches. And if my math is correct, or my counting is correct, we should be on number 9, the voice of the moon. Sure. I'm just going to quickly get these in order, so that way I can keep going. Starting with the voice of the moon especially seems pretty significant given that it's me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can put this on here. Because if I'm just using these, it doesn't bother me if the card gets a little, like, indented. Put that there. I wish I could, like... Oh, perfect. That works. Okay, great. So that's that. That's what we're going to do with that. And I will work on that some more. So that's the Cantagee Oracle. I do love it. It is stunningly beautiful. Okay. The Line Strider Tarot. This is another thing that I was given from my friend Rana when she came to visit. I was given this deck, and what's funny is I actually initially wanted this deck. I saw it years ago. And I really wanted it. And I never ended up getting it. I think later decided I didn't want it. For some reason. And then I was given it by happenstance, and I am not sure. I think if I wasn't given this by Rana, I would, and if I didn't know it was like a deck that belonged to Chris, I probably would have already just gotten rid of it. So I think I need to just let this go. Like, Rana will understand. Chris wouldn't want me to keep crap I don't care about. This can go. Let's talk about this while I'm remembering. This is my Vampire Tarot, which I love, and I still haven't really spent any time getting to know it. I don't think this is in any trouble. But let's unpack it and take a look. Oh, yeah. I love this deck. It's just so, I love this deck. Or, yeah, this is the Vampire Tarot. And actually, I was thinking of putting it in my bag that is now available. Because this is very big roses, and the aces, have different color roses. Tell me that's not a great match. I will tell you you're wrong. So I think this is going to go in here. It's still going to live in here. In the box. Maybe without this, though. So that's my Tarot Vampires. I love this. It's not going anywhere. The cloth I'll just put aside. Do something with it. Okay. Next, we are almost done. The Brady Tarot. This is another deck that I bought for my wife, and she never, like, this made me think of her so strongly, and she never really used it, which I still find kind of surprising. This has my favorite 9 of Swords in it ever. Or 10 of Swords. There it is. Dramatic possum. Oops. I don't know what to do with this deck. And this is, I don't know what edition it is. But I don't know what to do with this deck. I really love it. Sort of. It's been in this house for years and never really been used. And I don't know. I don't know that it... I love some of the individual cards, but if I wanted a deck with this art style, I want the Northern Animal Tarot. That and this feel very similar, and that's the one I want. So I think, maybe, I think this can go. I feel really weird saying that. I'm going to put it aside to my big maybe pile to, like, talk to my wife and just, like, think about. And then the last 2 things I have are new. I got my I'm Here Oracle and the Kickstarter deck that goes with it. So this Kickstarter deck that goes with it is, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, quite honestly, because there's not like a guidebook for it. There are cute cards for the signs and then the planets and then the elements. I love this fire card. And then the Enneagram types and then some herbs. So this was and I love these. I think this deck I'm probably just going to use for the images somewhere. Like they'll probably just become cards that I use for like journaling and I stick in my journals. The I'm Here Oracle I got, and I'm still very excited for this. And in fact, yesterday, after I was filming, I figured out a pairing I want to try. So here's the I'm Here Oracle. With the Whispering Spirits. Plus, I think I want to specifically use this deck with my family in some way. Like, I have a little family altar that is rainbow themed out in the living room, and I think I want this to kind of be out there and to draw a new card as a little thing I can do with my family. But I'm still very excited for this. I love the backs. The backs are beautiful. It's so cute. So I'm keeping this, the I'm Here Oracle. I'm glad it finally came in. The cardstock is okay. Like it's quite coated, but give. Is it time to share your gorgeous energy with the world? Give mindfully. Giving mindfully can be a lovely way to connect. I like this as a way to just like take care of myself. This is such a hug deck. Reflect. Looking inward without judgment can lead you to your truth. The cardstock really isn't the nicest, but it could be a hell of a lot worse. Let's see. So this is the last deck. So let's end with a little message. I do have some decks coming in. I have the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot, which I backed. I also backed the Little Hermits Tarot by Push Kitty. And today when I'm filming this on the 15th. And so today when, the 15th of February. So today when I got the backer kit survey, I also did an add-on of the Little Reapers mini edition. So I've got that coming too. I think that's it for like Kickstarters that I've backed that are decks. Let's see. Let's see. Do you have an I'm here message for me? Make space. Let's make some room and clear some space for more wonderful things. That's really funny because that's what I've been doing. And since that's the end of my decks, let's do a final tally. Oh, there is some more decks. I am so silly. I mean, there's sort of some more decks. I have these decks. These are my other copies of the illustrated Bestiary, Crystallary, Herbiary, and these are the ones that go with the book for the Wild Wisdom. This is the Wild Wisdom companion. So I'm keeping the Wild Wisdom. These I'm keeping as journal cards, so I already know what they're doing. So that's, I think, why I forgot. So I have 14 decks in my maybe pile that I need to consider with my members and take a look at more closely. I have 22 decks that are leaving my collection entirely, and that leaves me with, left in my collection, that leaves me with 52 decks left in my collection. And that is it. It has been a wild ride this month. I think I might talk about this whole 8 of Cups thing because it feels very significant. More, I'm just kind of still processing. But I'm going to let you go here. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to let me know if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, yada yada. We love to see it. And I will see y'all again very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.